Hello TC family, it's Cherie here from the Bridge Ministry with this week's Wellness Wednesday self-care tip. All month long we'll be talking about breaking points. This week we're going to be focusing on those physical impacts of stress, talking about what are some practical tips to help manage our stress levels, and then also what are some biblical implications that we can start implementing into our daily lives, our daily routines, to help manage our stress level. All right guys, so first we want to talk about what exactly is stress. So stress, it's a normal human reaction that everybody has. Stress response is helpful. It helps our bodies to adjust to situations, and actually can be pretty positive as it may keep us alert so that we can avoid potentially dangerous situations. Stress can also be a motivating factor. For example, if we have an important test coming up or a big presentation that's causing us a lot of anxiety or stress, that stress can often help motivate us to study, to prepare ourselves, to practice that presentation so we'll be able to knock it out the park. So stress can be a positive emotion, positive feeling, but it also has its negative components, and it becomes negative when the stress takes over our lives. It impedes on our ability to function properly in our daily lives. And when a person has a long-term stress or chronic stress, their body is in this constant state of fight or flight. Adrenaline is constantly going, constantly activated, always on edge, more than just alert, just on edge, and causing just wear and tear on our bodies. So some of those physical symptoms of stress can include, of course, exhaustion. We're having trouble sleeping, we're restless. We can even experience some somatic symptoms, which means all that stress, we start to feel it in our body. If we're constantly worried, we might start having migraines. Nervous all the time, we start having stomach aches or just issues with our digestive system. Some people have experienced chest pains. Their heart is beating fast. And chronic stress, of course, can lead to chronic medical conditions such as high blood pressure. So what are some of those practical things that we can do to manage our stress levels? We always talk about self-care. We know we need to be eating better. We need to be exercising a couple of times throughout the week, getting a good night's rest. So these are all things that we should be doing anyway. Even if we're not stressed, these are just healthy lifestyle choices to be doing on a regular. But some other things that we can do: reframe the way we think. Simple exercises such as gratitude tests. So this is an exercise that we can do at the end of each day. Instead of ruminating or focusing on the things that went wrong throughout the day, we start to focus on those positive moments, those moments of gratitude, appreciation that happen to us throughout our day. For example, maybe your child got up on time, and so now you were able to get to work on time because you didn't have to pry your child out of bed. Or your wife, your husband made your lunch, and so when you got to work, you had your lunch made and there was like a little love note in it. That just really made your day. So being able to reflect on those positive moments throughout our day instead of focusing on what went wrong, what could have been better, really helps reframe our thinking, which gives us this mindset of gratitude. It helps keep things into perspective, where we're not so stressed out about everything. Lastly, we want to give ourselves permission to take a break. We all have so much going on, and I know myself, I'm guilty of constantly running. In those days, those moments when I can sit back and rest, I often find myself feeling guilty. Do you guys ever feel guilty for resting? It's like crazy, right? But that's just kind of how I think our society trained us, where if we're not constantly busy, that means we're not productive. And that's actually a trick of the enemy, you guys, because we can be busy doing everything under the sun, but actually never accomplish anything that God has actually set out for us to do. So getting into the biblical tips, how to manage our stress, actually praying to God, what task, Lord, do you have for me to do today? Am I busy doing things that are on my agenda? Okay. Am I just doing things that make me feel important, make me feel accomplished? We know the classic scripture, cast your cares on him and he will give you rest. God, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I don't know what to do in this season. I don't know how to prioritize my day. I don't know how to prioritize all these things that are on my plate. I just feel overwhelmed. I need your help, Lord. Please take this burden from me. And his word says his grace is sufficient. He will be our strength in our times of weakness. But in that, we have to go to him. Lord, I don't want to just be busy. I want to be productive. Help me to organize my day. Show me how to be productive in the things that you would have me to do. And I guarantee you, if you're doing the things that God has called you to do, you still may feel stressed, but he's gonna give you the strength to do it, right? This is just a reminder, just pay attention to your body, you guys. Your body, I guarantee, will let you know when you need to have a seat. When you're having migraines, that's your body telling you something. Your stomach's constantly hurting, that's your body telling you something, crying out for help. So implementing some of those daily practices that were just mentioned can really help us manage our stress levels, and of course, always talking to God, asking him what he has for you to do in this season, what he has for you to accomplish is a great way to stay productive and not just busy. All right, you guys, I'll see you next week. Until then, be safe, have a blessed week. Hope to see you soon. Love ya, bye.